Injuries from the game. Aaron Banks had a knee and ankle. We'll get MRI and stuff, see how it's going. Most likely sprained MCL, so we'll have to see. Greenlaw had back, didn't return. We'll see that tomorrow too. Go ahead.
Kyle, what did your quarterback, what did Brock show you, battling through some adversity, coming back from behind? That was obviously an element we haven't seen him performing yet. Did you think that was good for him?
Yeah, I think it was great for him. We had to come from behind, especially there at the end. Also, he made a ton of plays today, but there was a number that he missed too, and that's the coolest part. There were some he'd love to have back. It was never one way too much or the other where he was struggling or doing well, but there were some mixed plays, and to keep coming back and keep attacking, he never got gun shy, made some real good decisions too, and fought it out throughout the whole game and found a way to win.
Kyle, Christian McCaffrey had another big game, maybe run out of superlatives, but just what can you say about his performance today?
No, he was great. We needed it. That screen at the end was huge. He had a real good one earlier, too, that got called back. We had one of our guys downfield. I thought he ran hard, that big one at the beginning, too. I know he would like to score on it, but Christian has done some great things, helping us in the run and pass game, and feel very fortunate to have him.
Defense was clutch at the end. Not accustomed to seeing them give up that many points and yards. What do you see from the defense?
I think they made some good plays on us. We made a couple mistakes. I thought there was a couple things in the game that, we didn't play perfect last week, but we were able to respond on some things, and they didn't really get us on them. Some of those same mistakes happened today, and they got some big ones right away, especially in the first half. That short yardage and stuff with explosive on the touchdown. I thought there was three. I don't know if they scored on all three drives, but I felt like they did. I know there's 3 times in the first half their quarterback moved the chains with his legs, which just giving him free downs and making him kind of get into a good rhythm, which made it too easy on him, allowed them to stick with the run a little bit more. But they didn't play perfect, but coming down there at the end, especially getting that pick, I think it was a good game for us, and we didn't play perfect, but to still be able to find a win, I'm real proud of the guys.
What does a game like that do to you emotionally?
You're just tired a little bit. We struggle to focus for 3 hours, 15 minutes, and it's a lot harder on 3:45 or whatever it was. So that's all it does. You try not to get too high or too low. I never relax in a game, so I'm never sitting there just celebrating and thinking that we won until it's over. But for them to keep coming back, have to go into overtime like that, it was so awesome for Gip to get that pick and take it down, and very glad that we didn't have to go through another drive and just centered the ball and kicked the field goal.
Kyle, when you said that Brock missed some things, are you talking about reads, decisions, or just the act of throwing the football?
First of all, no one's ever not missed some things. I thought Brock played great today, but I'm getting used to him, and so kind of hard on everybody. So there's a couple that I know he missed, and for him to miss those and to get down, not having a lead and missing some stuff, it can get tighter, especially all the personnels and stuff they're mixing up, the protection stuff that they did. But he was able, for the most part, to keep us out of harm's way, and he stuck with it and made a lot more good plays than bad plays, which is the key.
The miss, mentally or physically?
Oh, it's always both. Yeah, a little bit of both.
Kyle, on the interception, did you get a good vantage point of Bosa's push against the left tackle, and did you just kind of feel it was inevitable that he would come through and make a big play when you needed it?
Usually in those situations, yes, but no, I didn't see it. I was looking downfield and just praying that Gip was going to come down with it. So it was awesome because I saw how the ball came out, so I knew someone must have done it, and I would have guessed probably Bosa. But it was great for Gip to finish it, Bosa to start it, and not only that, get the return so we could just send in Robbie.
A lot of your defensive players have talked about expected Josh Jacobs to get it 50 times in that game just because they had Stidham. Do you think there's any element of just kind of a human nature letdown from the defense of like, okay, this guy's never started, he hasn't done anything in the NFL?
No, I don't think so. I think we talked about it all week. I didn't sense any letdown. I didn't see. Well, you can see when you watch the tape. I just thought they played pretty well, and I don't want to take anything away from them. But when a team plays well, you have some of the weapons that they do, especially the tight end, 2 receivers, and Stidham can throw. He's got a big arm, can make all those throws. I thought we let him get a little too comfortable there in the first half, especially. Didn't hit him very much and let him move the chains with his legs, and that kind of got them in a pretty good rhythm. And we knew the challenge of everyone else. This team, I mean, there's only one game this year that team hasn't been won or lost on the final possession, and that was when they got beat. I think it was 20-0 versus New Orleans, but they have 10 losses that are on the last possession. So that's as fine of a line as there is in this league for just someone not being in the playoffs, and just as easily could have a chance to be home field advantage when you look at all those games.
Maybe it's easy to say now, but was there a part of you that kind of wanted Brock to be in a situation like this? I think you alluded to it this week to see, and if so, how can it help him moving forward?
Brock is, what Brock's doing is real. I mean, he's a talented guy who's very tough, and when he does make mistakes, he understands why, and then he tries to learn from them. He doesn't have a ton of experience in this league and playing, so every time he goes out there, whether it is good or bad, I feel like when you got the skill set and you play the game the right way, he's only going to get better from it. So there's a number of situations that happened today that he didn't get in his other 4 games, and yes, I do think that helps. And it's nice when you look at our whole team. I think we've been playing well here for a while. But I thought our whole team today, there's a number of things that, we got to make sure that we don't give it to people. And I thought we did that a little bit on special teams with the missed field goal. I thought, defense would have covered in the first half, and I felt the same with offense. There's a number of things, a couple penalties, a couple of plays that protection issues I thought we should have had. But that's why I'm so proud of the guys too, because that's bound to happen. That's why it's tough to win 9 in a row. And when you do that stuff, I'm not sure if we are, but we pulled it out. We got some guys who stuck with it. Like, no one got frustrated, and they just kept battling regardless. And the Raiders answered so many times, but we ended up doing it last.
The atmosphere here today, did it feel like a home game?
Yes, but the Raiders fans were loud too. It definitely looked like a home game. There was a lot more red, so I was expecting it to be pretty loud for us, but whoever those Raiders fans were, they were loud too. So you can check that noise, but they were loud also. So I think it went both ways.
Kyle, you guys moved up to the number 2 seed today. What does that mean for you guys, and how important is that to finish it off next week against Arizona?
I think it's real important. I mean, our first goal is to get in the playoffs. Call it the tournament, and once you get there, you always have a chance for your ultimate goal. And everything about once you do get there is positioning yourself the best way you can. And we don't know until we come in, but them just telling us, being able to tell the team that right now that we have the 2 seed, if we can take care of business, I know that fires the guys up. And I think with Philly losing, it sounds like we got a chance at the other one too. So our playoffs have started a long time ago, is the way we look at it, and we're going to keep it going. All right, thanks, guys.